In a moment, we'll look at why certain books in Russia are disappearing from the bookshops. First, reaction in the Russian press to the NATO summit. Независимая газета. NATO declares Russia its long-term and main enemy. In terms of defence expenditure, the alliance is returning to the Cold War era. The Russian government paper Российская газета. The summit of Mr. T. Donald Trump was the main player at the NATO summit in The Hague. The only thing NATO leaders were thinking about was how to please him. Moskovsky Komsomolets focuses on the European members of NATO, which it says are trying to transform Europe into an independent, significant military-political player of global importance. This is just the start of the process, so it's easy to mock. But he who mocks last mocks best. The Europeans took the decision to spend 5% of their GDP on military needs by 2035, not only, not so much to please Trump, they did so because they consider this is the right thing to do now in Europe. There is currently no reason to believe that the Ukraine conflict will end any time soon, but there is every reason to believe that even when hostilities in Ukraine are over, in Europe they won't stop building an iron curtain. Of course, there will probably be some kind of return to normality, but at the same time Europe will try to turn itself into a military political giant. This is for real, and it's for the long haul. A couple of other articles caught my eye today. The first is this editorial in today's Независимая газета about reports that one highly respected book publisher is allegedly sending out lists of books that must be withdrawn from sale. The implication being that the publisher fears problems with the authorities from books that could be interpreted as promoting non-traditional values, slandering Russian reality, and so on. What's more, this list includes books whose authors have been declared, by the state, foreign agents. But what about the book Recipe for Success? The author is not a foreign agent, we checked. What's wrong with that? It appears something's wrong. Or the book Transportation for Livable Cities. This author too is no foreign agent. Anything can be banned now. Legend has it that Archimedes once said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." Today he'd probably declare, "Give me any, absolutely any book, and I shall move to find in it examples of fakes, discreditation, promotion of non-traditional values, and insult to feelings." We are ready for the most absurd things. They can ban anything, anytime they want. I think this shows that even in Russia's highly controlled media environment, in the newspapers at least, there is still some space, some opportunity to criticise certain aspects of life here. Not the president, you won't find editorials slamming Vladimir Putin, but the withdrawal of books from sale, yes. Talking of books, down at the Duma, the Russian parliament, they're not happy with what Russia's neighbours are writing about Russia in their school textbooks. Russian MP Oleg Morozov complained that in almost all the former Soviet republics, except Belarus and Armenia, school textbooks have a colonialist theme. Russia is portrayed, both in the Soviet and pre-Soviet periods, as the enslaver. He added that what was most regrettable about the current trend was that these textbooks are being used in schools built with Russian money as part of interstate partnership.